Hello, welcome to our presentation on effective project closeout. Our agenda is as follows. We will emphasize the importance of successfully completing and handing over the project. I would like to highlight how closing a project is not just about finishing tasks, but ensuring all deliverables meet expectations and are formally accepted by stakeholders. And this should be done in writing. This is critical for project success, current success, and future organizational learning. Now that the stage is set for understanding effective project closeout, before we close, are there any questions? Okay, well, let's get started. Here, we define project closeout as the final phase where all work is formally concluded. It involves confirming that all deliverables meet quality standards and that you have obtained formal written stakeholder acceptance. The purpose extends well beyond completion to include the release of resources and the documentation of lessons learned, which are essential for improving processes in the future. This slide outlines the risks and benefits associated with project closeout. Neglecting closeout can lead to cost overruns, unresolved obligations, and scope creep, while structured closeout reduces risks, enhances stakeholder satisfaction, and that's important, and preserves organizational knowledge. Capturing lessons learned during closeout is a key opportunity to improve future project outcomes and efficiency. Project closeout step number 1, deliverable verification flow. This is a step-by-step process to ensure all project outputs meet agreed standards. It starts with preparation, followed by quality checks and audits to validate compliance. The validity of compliance is so important. We want to go back and make sure that we've done every single thing we need to do, especially because of the fluidity of compliance laws in a state and on a local level. The process culminates in stakeholder sign-off and final verification, which together ensure that the project deliverables are complete, compliant, and ready for formal closure. Formal acceptance, which is project step number 2, is crucial as it signals stakeholder agreement and project closure. This slide highlights that documented acceptance procedures can reduce post-delivery disputes by 40%, underscoring the value of clear, formal approval processes in minimizing conflicts and ensuring all parties are aligned before closing the project. Project closeout step number 3 is contract closure. Contract closure involves finalizing all contractual terms, confirming deliverable acceptance, and resolving any outstanding payments or disputes. Administrative closure includes archiving project records according to compliance policies. Proper contract closure reduces future liabilities and vendor-related risks, supporting audits and contributing to smoother organizational operations. It's a critical process and it should be done according to organizational policy. Project documentation and knowledge transfer is also an important step. There's nothing involved in project management that isn't crucial to the project, the outcome, the deliverables, not to mention the stakeholders and future opportunities. Project documentation and knowledge transfer are vital for maintaining accessible records for audits, compliance, and future projects. See, I told you. Archiving key documents like project plans, change logs, and final reports ensures that valuable information is preserved. Well-structured archives can enhance reuse in future projects by 15 to 20%, improving efficiency and reducing redundancy. Knowledge transfer methods. This slide presents effective knowledge transfer methods, including workshops and training sessions that encourage interactive learning, centralized knowledge repositories for easy access to documentation, and formal processes like checklists and debriefs. These methods can help standardize handoffs and also reduce ramp up time for new team members by approximately 30%. And it's important to include within this the appreciation not just for the team that you're handing off to, but the team that helped you get to that point. Post-project reviews. These reviews focus on analyzing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is your SWOT. This is the SWOT that most businesses include in their plans. And it's a good way to check or to look back, to use your rearview mirror for your processes. Identifying what worked well helps replicate success, while recognizing weaknesses allows for targeted improvements. Exploring opportunities encourages innovation, and addressing threats early helps mitigate risk in future projects, fostering continuous improvement and risk control. Documenting lessons learned is a cornerstone of organizational project maturity. It's really important, and it can actually improve and give you a higher project success rate by 25%, something we're all interested in. Resource release and team recognition. Resource release and team recognition involve assessing project completion to identify resources ready for release, updating systems to avoid idle costs, reallocating personnel to new initiatives to improve utilization, transferring equipment appropriately, and reallocating remaining budget funds. These steps ensure efficient research management and acknowledge team contribution. The project success review emphasizes measuring outcomes such as risk response, effectiveness, resource use, and process efficiency. Analyzing these factors helps identify performance drivers and bottlenecks. Using this insight to implement corrective actions can improve project delivery metrics by 22%, demonstrating the value of ongoing performance analysis for organizational growth. This is our concluding slide, and it details archives and how to plan ahead. Comprehensive archiving ensures data preservation and compliance with regulatory and organizational standards. Properly archived information supports lessons learned, audits, and knowledge sharing. Furthermore, planning future initiatives based on archived insights helps avoid past mistakes and optimizes research allocation. Empirical evidence shows that mature archiving practices reduces project startup delays by 25%. In closing, The successful completion of the SHED project demonstrates the importance of structured project management practices throughout the entire project lifecycle. By confirming deliverables, documenting lessons learned, closing financial and administrative tasks, and archiving project records, the project team ensured that the project ended in a controlled and professional manner. Effective project closure not only validates the success of the current project, but also strengthens organizational knowledge and improves the planning and execution of future projects. Once again, this is our concluding slide, but before I go, I'd like to thank my classmates, aka stakeholders, and professor for the opportunity to present this, as well as to thank Microsoft and send a shout out, Microsoft 365 and Copilot point 2, I think it is. And thank you so much. Enjoy everything else and happy project, everyone.